Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Absolutely Completely Random Podcast. It's Saturday, October 7th, 2017, and I can safely say beyond a shadow of a doubt that I'm tired. Yeah. So, what do I got in store for you this week on the podcast? Well, for starters, you get to listen to me having a bit of a cold, and I'd like to apologize for that. But otherwise, I got not one, but two, count them, two Sword Art Online topics. Yep, that's right. Two topics to talk about. And I gotta thank the internet because these came out last week. Professor Layton is getting a new TV series, and a new game is coming in 2018. Wow. It's about damn time on both ends for that matter. Let's see here. You remember that Otaku marriage thing that I talked about back earlier this year? Well, guess what? There's now an Otaku matchmaking parties. Okay, I know it's starting to get a little weird, but don't worry, I'm going to be talking about it. Paramount has picked up, oh, this will be fun, Sonic the Hedgehog for film rights. Another series bites the dust, I take it. Well, here's a sad moment, though, too, because AIM, for those of you that don't know what that is, that's AOL Instant Messenger, will be shutting down for good after 20 years. Holy crap. I just can't believe that's going to happen. And let's see, what else do I got here? Oh, yeah. Takara Tomi's Shinkalion franchise is getting a TV anime in 2018. That actually is pretty interesting. I'll explain why. But, like always, you know the drill, the same song and dance. It's the same old story and the same old song and dance. Check me out on eBay, aroads-2012. Tweet to me on Twitter, @OtakuRoads. Come on. You know me, I know you. Well, okay, you know more of me than I know of you. But anyway, that's what that is. Like always, this podcast isn't random for nothing. So as I said, how'd my week go? Well, like I said at the start, I do have a cold. I got to thank Mother Nature for this one because the changing temperatures, I've been constantly going cold mornings, then warm afternoons, and cold mornings. It's pretty much kicked my ass. So, unfortunately, I have a bit of a cold. Mostly a sore throat, and I actually had to dump a cough drop or two into my Dr. Pepper tonight. So, I get to drink that. It doesn't taste that world's greatest, but then again, it helps. I have no choice. It was bugging me so much, and I've been coughing. I wasn't coughing for most of the day, and it started up literally after dinner. I started coughing again. So, I'm not a fan of it. But anyway, how'd the rest of my week go? Well, my one coworker, this was his final week. It was really great working with you for an entire year, buddy. Well, actually, a little over a year for me. But still, it was great working with you for this past year. I hope you find, greener pastures out there on the other side. You will be missed. Believe me, you will be missed. But, yeah, so it's sad that, because he worked there for a year and a half. And this week was his last week. He wanted to find better things out there, and I don't really blame him for it. But I'm going to miss you, buddy. I'm not going to have very many people to talk to at work now, so that's going to suck. Technically, I don't really have anybody to talk to at work right now except for the freight crew leader. But otherwise, anyway, it's, that's what it is. It is what it is. But anyway, so I had that happen this week. And a little update for a topic I talked about last week, at least from my how my week went, when I was talking about my Digimon Heroes game and about how I couldn't get the data off. I would like to take this opportunity right now to personally thank Bandai Namco because I sent them a message via their support message system, and I got a reply back. I must admit, very quickly. Ish. Then again, keep in mind, it is a big company, and it is a popular game. It's the only one right now for tablets that you can play that isn't screwed up. Although they are coming out with a newer one, and I would really also like to take this opportunity to say, please bring it for tablets, because what I saw of it looks really cool. But anyway, they helped me out so much. I was able to get my data back, so I don't have to constantly be logged into Facebook for it. And on top of that, I don't know if I can even say my number one fan, but anyway, my one fan out there that comments every week told me about a game called Puzzles and Dragons, and I downloaded it earlier this week. I got it installed, I downloaded it and it installed, but then I had to sit through the whole update when you first do it. I actually have to admit, as I started playing that, I want to say today. Yes, today. I started that this morning. That is addicting. And I mean, it is addicting. Wow. I kind of like some of the characters that I was getting. I don't know if it's luck or what, but I'm happy with some of them. But yeah. And speaking of tablet stuff, this one I find interesting. For anybody out there that was playing Contest of Champions, the Marvel game, I love what happened this week with this, because this bugged me a bit. So, on Wednesday, Contest of Champions released an update. What was the update, you ask? How bad was it, you ask? Well, allow me to answer that. The update was to fix an issue that I ironically had noticed one time. And then I noticed it happen every now and then, where you couldn't use your special abilities for certain characters. You couldn't use, their abilities wouldn't come on or something. And I kind of noticed it. Well, so did Kabam. And they've put out a update for the entire game, I should say. And the update was 488 megabytes. Lovely. So, an entire afternoon was wasted to download and install that. And now the game runs really great. But the part that I enjoy, and I really got to thank them for this too, I'm thanking a lot of people this week. They gave every single summoner 2,500 5-star hero crystal shards. And that allowed me to get my very first ever 5-star hero. Because up until that point, I did not have a single 5-star. I had a few 4-stars. I got rid of any 1-stars I get rid of, because I got 2-stars of pretty much of almost every character that you can get, give or take. If not, I duplicated the ones that I have at least a few times. I got a few 3-stars, but I did not have any 5-stars. Well, I got one. And at first I'm thinking, oh great, this is the 5-star I get. And I was kind of having a really lucky day. Then I'm like, okay, this is really great. This is the 5-star character I have. Then I'm sitting and I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, wait a minute. I didn't have any good skill champions, and it's a skill champion. You know what? This is actually a good thing. So I'm happy with that. But yeah, that was pretty much my week. I got I finished off my Complex Age series, happily. Got that on eBay because apparently Barnes & Noble does not like to hold manga anymore. Or at least they'll get certain ones and they'll only get volume 1 of it, even though you saw volume 2 there. They won't order it anymore, I guess. But I got the rest of it. It's 6 volumes long. I'm actually planning to do an Andrew Reviews on that, because that's a really interesting series. And it's one that I got to reread it again to make sure I don't miss anything. Jot down some notes and stuff. But that's liable to become a potential Andrew Reviews. And I'm pointing at it, and I know you can't see me pointing at it. But yeah, that's liable to become a potential Andrew Reviews, is the Complex Age series. But other than that, my week's been pretty entertaining. So, yeah, there's that. But anyway, you're not here to listen to how my week goes. I mean, if you want to, I could do I could talk for an hour long on how my week's gone, if you really want that. But I don't think people want that per se. You're here for the topic, so let's jump into this and let's get going here on the Absolutely Completely Random Podcast. Alright, so let's start off with my first of two Sword Art Online topics. So, I've discussed this in length so much over the last, I want to say at least 2-3 weeks. Sword Art Online's new anime series, the new anime season, the Alicization mark, and I know I'm mispronouncing that, but it's Alicization. Alicization? I don't know. But anyway, this entire thing came out at the Sword Art Online stage panel at the Denki Bunko Fall Festival of this year. It was in Tokyo last Sunday. That the television anime adaptation of the Alicization arc, and I know I'm mispronouncing that, but I apologize, in Riki Kawahara's Sword Art Online light novel series is launching. The third series is titled Sword Art Online Alicization. Seriously, there's got to be an easier way to pronounce that. The series is going to again star Yoshisungu Masoka, as Kirito, and Haruka Tomatsu as Asuna. So first off, they're not getting rid of the characters that do the voices. So first off, I want to say thank you, because that is one of the few series that is really good subbed. It blows English dub. The English dub sucks for Sword Art Online so badly. The English dub blows. I can only watch it subbed. I'm sorry. I cannot watch any of it dubbed. Either season, I can't watch dubbed. It's got to be subbed. Aya Kayano will play Alice, and Nobunaga Shimazuki. Okay, I got that. That one I'm pretty sure I got. Will play Yugo. The Alicization arc is in volumes 9 through 18 of the original novel series. So 9 volumes. Wow. Damn. So yeah, which basically the entire trailer and the entire premise of the third season was announced during Ordinal Scale, the anime film which opened in Japan back in February. It teased that Sword Art Online will return. So SAO will return. The anime series itself so far has already had 2 seasons to it. You've had you can't really count the splitting of it in half of having, the Aincrad arc and the Elpham Online arc. So Aincrad and Elpham Online, that's season 1. As far as I'm concerned, that's season 1. Season 2 was Gun Gale Online and the Mother Rosaria. And that's what I gathered from that, because it was all leading up to that, as far as I'm concerned. But anyway, so you've had that. It already had an anime special, the freaking movie. And people still hate this. I don't know why. It's got manga series, it's got video games, a virtual reality demonstration. So you're going to eventually get as close as you can. I did talk about this last week. This is as close as you're going to get to actually having nerve gear. And I just find it funny. But then you also have the other thing that I talked about last week that made me sick to my stomach, Skydance Television's live-action television series based on the novels. Which, like I said, that made me sick to my stomach. But otherwise, Season 3 is a go, which is good. People can hate this thing till hell freezes over. I'm still going to be a fan of it. I think it's great. I mean, they have yet to do something in it that I think is stupid. And I mean that. It's a really wonderful series. I appreciate it. I really do. It's not entirely a bad show. It's that people are just certain genres, I want to say, don't click with them anymore. The video game based one doesn't click with them anymore. Keep in mind that up until this point, we've had Dot Hack pretty much blowing up all over the place. Log Horizon, No Game, No Life. You can throw that one into this too, because basically the brother and sister played video games in that. So you have all of those. Plus there are some that I don't even have off the top of my head. And there are still people that hate this series, and that's what bothers me. Why and how can you hate this series if it's still popular enough that it's getting a third season of the anime series? People obviously like it. Okay, it's not to your liking. That's fine. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. But in all honesty, that's just it. I just don't understand why people are constantly hating on this so much. But anyway, I'm looking forward to season 3. This is going to be interesting. I can add it to my SAO collection. I still got to get ordinal scale. So I have the first and second season. Yep. I have the first and second season, so I'm happy with that. Season 3 I want to add to my collection. Ordinal scale I got to get yet. But anyway, I'm looking forward to this. I really am. So, yeah, come on, season 3. Let's do this. Alright, and continuing on my Sword Art Online topics, let's talk about the new Sword Art Online. I guess you want to call it a standalone anime? So maybe this will quell some of the people's hatred. I could have just thrown these both in as one, but it's right next to each other just in case. Anyway, Sword Art Online alternative Gun Gale Online TV anime has been announced. So, what in the hell am I talking about? That's what I'd like to know first off. But again, debuted and talked about at Denki Bunko Fall Festival of this year, an event in Tokyo. And no, I'm not getting paid to say that. I'm just reading it right off the article. Announced on Sunday, which is, that a television anime project of Keiichi Sigsawa's Sword Art Online alternative Gun Gale Online novel series is launching. Tomori Katsunoki will play Layton, and Yoko Haikasa will star in the series as... I'm not even going to try to pronounce it. It's Pitohui. Like Pitohu, I guess. I don't know. Let's see here. Kazuyuki Okitsu will play M, and Chinatsu Akasaki will play... Seriously, who the hell comes up with these names? Fukazero. Let's see here. Layton will also be a playable character in the upcoming Sword Art Online Fatal Bullet video game. Oh, so there's a lovely tie-in. So, the story follows... Let me make sure... Okay, I'm still on the same thing. Okay. Story follows Karen Hiruzumaki. Yeah. A 183 centimeter tall, which is 6 foot for those of us that don't know metric system. Thank you, Jimmy Carter. No offense, I learned that from the Big Bang Theory, and then I had to look it up. College student who's insecure of her height and is bad at dealing with people in the real world. Welcome to my world. She enters the world of Gun Gale Online with her avatar, Layton, who is less than 150 centimeters or less than 5 feet tall, and wears all pink. Okay. She meets a beautiful brown-skinned female player who goes by Pitohu. I know I'm mispronouncing that. I have got to be mispronouncing that. They hit it off, but one day Pitohu pressures her to participate in Squad Jam, a team battle royale variation of Bullet of Bullets tournament. Okay, first off, I believe it was called Ballad of Bullets, not Bullet of Bullets. That makes no damn sense. I'm pretty sure it was Ballad of Bullets. Let's see here. Sixawa Kino's Journey launched the novel series in 2014, and Kadokawa published the 6th volume on March 10th. Got a manga adaptation was released in 2015, and the 2nd volume was published or will be published on November 10th. Yen Press has licensed the manga and will release the 1st volume on November 17th. So, on top of the 3rd season of Sword Art Online, we're basically going back to Season 2 to Gun Gale Online with an alternative story that doesn't feature Kirito, Asuna, or the rest of the gang you've come to know and love. So maybe this will quell some of the people that hate this show so much. They hate Kirito and they hate Asuna. Maybe this will fix them. I don't know. Either way, and I mean, I want to apologize for mispronouncing the characters' names. I do apologize for that, but this actually, it sounds pretty meh to me. Don't get me wrong, I am a fan of the original series. I'm not being biased in this in any way, shape, or form. But your plot is literally about an insecure girl who's insecure about her height, escapes into the virtual reality where she can make her avatar shorter than she is, meets another female player, they hit it off, and she's upset because her new friend wants her to participate in Squad Jam. So basically, in like a team battle royale. Well, if you're becoming friends, gee, I think I would probably do the same thing. This just has too many tropes of what lazy. I want to say lazy writing, and I really don't want to say it that way, but it does. This has tropes of lazy writing to it. Like, I'm going to copy and paste ideas from other stories. Okay, I have a character that's insecure. Oh, well, so that's like 90% of Teen Goth books. Click. Okay, that's done. Let's see here. Height. Can't get along with people. Yeah, that works. Escapes into virtual reality. Check. Okay, blah, 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 blah. Meets other player. Check. Let's see here. They become friends. Click right in. And let's see here. Oh, yeah. New friend wants character to participate in an event. Ding. Okay. This sounds good. Don't get me wrong. I mean no disrespect to the author, but seriously, this seems like lazy writing to me. It really does. Kichi Sixawa. Seriously, it's a spin-off novel series, but to me, it seems like a ripoff. Like, you just phone this in from a couch. You're thinking, hey, Sword Art Online's popular. I can write a book like that, but I don't want to come up with my own ideas. I know, it'll be a spin-off. God. Like I said, I mean no disrespect or anything. Believe me, I don't mean to have any. If I do, I apologize. But it just seems like lazy writing to me. I mean, very lazy writing. But anyway, that's coming out. The manga's coming out sometime in November. Like the 17th and the 10th, if not already out. I'm not sure. So, yeah. Look forward to it. Well, okay, I guess it is out because they launched a manga adaptation in 2015. And Volume 2 is going to get published on November 10th. But Yen Press has licensed the manga, which I'm guessing we're getting it here outside of Japan. So you figure, okay, 2015 to now. So it took you 2 years to come out with Volume 2. Don't expect me to buy this. I got paranoid and started driving my mom up a tree when I was collecting Eyes and Legends and Bakuman. I am not about to go driving people crazy trying to get my hands on the alternative manga to Sword Art Online, Gun Gale Online. That's not happening. No, forget that. But anyway, for those of you that are interested in it's been published. Yen Press is licensing the manga, so they're going to release the first volume on November 17th, and that's where we're at then, folks. That's where we're at. You're listening to the Absolutely Completely Random Podcast. The only podcast where I can talk for an entire hour and nobody ever tells me to shut up. You people are out there, right? When it comes to video games, I want to say puzzle games are one of the few things I can get behind and one of the things I can enjoy. But Professor Layton is one that is just weird, and in a good way. I have not actually played the games, other than a demo at GameStop. However, I have seen the movie that came out. Yes, that's right. Professor Layton and the Eternal Diva was a very good movie. Granted, the writing was a little weak. Then again, what do you expect? Well, Professor Layton is back. That's right. The Perfect Gentleman is coming back with his own anime series. Like Phoenix Wright before him, he will be having an anime series. Professor Layton, the puzzle game series from developer Level 5, is getting a 26-episode TV series starting next year. Which, come to think of it, Ace Attorney was about 26 episodes, I think. Go through my mind here. Give or take. Maybe less than that, I don't know. I'll have to double check. But anyway, the latest release on the Professor Layton docket is Layton's Mysterious Journey, initially known as Lady Layton, which came to smartphones this July and will hit 3DS October 6th. Okay, so it came out yesterday. Layton has been adapted into an anime once before, however, like I said, with Professor Layton and the Eternal Diva, which was a good movie. I will admit that. It was a damn good movie. The animated cutscenes in Layton's Mystery Journey were animated by Studio A1 Pictures. So, Professor Layton, for those of you that don't know, is a gentleman scholar. He is basically like a more refined version of Sherlock Holmes. Yes, I know. Funny, right? But anyway, what makes him so unusual is that he is what you would call a perfect gentleman. He will not get angry. He will not, lash out at people. He will not beat the crap out of you for something. No, he is what you call a perfect gentleman. He's training his young ward to be a perfect gentleman as well, though the kid still has a long way to go if Eternal Diva was any, reference point there. So, you get the new game, Layton's Mystery Journey, and a brand new anime series coming out next year. So that's actually, I'm looking forward to that mostly. Keep in mind, I don't have a 3DS, so I can't really play the new game. But an anime series, I could get behind that because I did enjoy, like I said, Professor Layton and the Eternal Diva was a good movie. Yes, the writing was a bit lazy. Yes, it seemed a little weird. Keep in mind, though, at the time, there were like 2 or 3 games in the Professor Layton series. So all you had to go on was those. They made a standalone movie off of the games. Not exactly an easy task. So what they came out with for the standards that they were already dealing with was not bad. I will admit that. Like I said, it seemed like the writing was a little, dull, like little, pieced together. But then again, it's a video game. They basically adapted a character from a video game. You don't have much to go on because if memory serves, when you play the game, you're basically playing Professor Layton. So he's like a silent protagonist. If not, you're just standing there for the hell of it. But anyway, It sounds interesting. I'm really looking forward to it. Whole new anime series. So a lot of stuff, comes out really well. A 26 episode series is definitely good. This means that they have some faith in it. Or my guess is it's going to be like, I want to say maybe 4 to 6 episodes an arc. So like there's going to probably be sort of like the Phoenix Wright, or the Ace Attorney series, I should say. Where it was like 2 to 4 episodes, maybe 5 stretching it with one case. And then we have the next case, and the next case, and the next case after that. All leading up to the end, which basically left on a cliffhanger, and I still think there could have been at least 2 more episodes. But that's me. So either way, you get to look forward to that. The new TV anime series is coming out in 2018. And the new game is out. Yep. October 6th. Well, that was yesterday. So the new game should be out. So, yeah, check it out. If you're a fan of Professor Layton, I highly suggest checking it out because, hell, it's liable to be a long time before we see another Professor Layton game. Seriously, a long time. Alrighty. Are you an otaku? Are you lonely? Do you not have a significant other? Somebody that you just want to have by your side as you watch your mountain of anime DVDs or Blu-rays? While you cosplay and go to conventions? Or while you just sit at home and troll people on the internet? Okay, maybe not the last part. You don't want to be like Kyle's dad in South Park. But anyway, if you are a lonely otaku, there's hope for you yet. Like I said, and I talked about this earlier, so it would have been back in February, because the article says it was back in February, a similar service. The Otaku marriage consulting firm that opened up in Akihabara. God bless Akihabara. Seriously, Akihabara. God bless it. Anyway, you had the marriage consulting firm. Well, now we're getting Otaku matchmaking parties, and they're a big hit in Japan right now. Sort of like years ago when those McDonald's French fry parties were a huge hit. So, what's the deal with this Otaku party? Well, for starters, it can be hard for an Otaku to find love. Tell me about it. Enter Otapa, short for Otaku Party, a matchmaking event that takes place in major Japanese cities. So I'm guessing like Tokyo, Osaka, things like that. The Otaku matchmaking parties, which are limited to Otaku participants, they're limited to Otaku. Participants must take a test to determine their Otaku level on the official website. wait a minute now. Hold it a second here. Participants must take a test to determine their Otaku level? So I'm taking that nobody's going to do the joke of it's over 9,000. Well, I'm touching it. So let's say that somebody's looking at their test results and all of a sudden yells, it's over 9,000! Holy crap. Seriously. Okay, the cost is 8,000 yen, about $71 for men, and 2,500 yen, or $22 for women. So, guys really get screwed on this one. And you know what's sad is that there are a lot of guys that would probably really be interested in this. I would have tried to make this a little more even, like maybe a $5. Seriously, there is a major gap in between these. You are looking at a good $69 gap here. Sorry, $49 gap here. There's at least a $49 gap between what the women have to pay and what the men have to pay. If I'm going with the U.S. prices, if I want to go with Japanese yen, it's even worse. You're looking at a good 5,500 yen difference. First off, that ain't right. Look, I'm all for equality. I'm all for equal rights. Charging men almost $100 to help them find love is, in my opinion, horrific. It could be a very easy... I mean, okay, if you want to charge a little more for one gender over the other, fine. $10 would be like the limit I would go over. Like, okay, be like $50 for guys, $40 for women. You will still make money. This is what's going to phase you out of this. No guy's going to want to do this. And Japan, right now, you really do need to have people falling in love. Remember, you have a society that's on a decline in population. Hell, the BBC bitched about it. I remember that. They blamed anime for this. Which pissed me off. So here we go. I'm almost tempted to do this, but I'm not about to look up the site and do it. But anyway, before the event, participants fill out a list of their favorite anime and video games, which they show to potential partners to help spark conversation. Okay, let's see here. My favorite anime series are Dragon Ball Z, Yu Yu Hakusho, Digimon, Case Closed, Sword Art Online. What was that weird one that I watched? Oh, Excel World, Ride Back. This is a list of how many I've seen or just ones that are my favorites. Video games, Golden Sun, Zoids. Oh, Zoids. Put that down my anime list too. Let's see. Anything else? Oh, God, I can't think of any more. Otapa was created by Hiro Takeuchi, who's 38, himself a fan of anime and manga. The Asahi Shimbun quoted Takeuchi as saying, "Otaku don't really have a nice way to meet each other romantically, and I wanted to help." They don't have a way of meeting each other romantically. So I'm assuming going to your local video store or going to Akihabara and trying to pick up anime fans is not exactly your idea of meeting each other romantically. What do you want them to do? Have a candlelight dinner and walk on the water? The matchmaking parties were initially just twice a month in Osaka. Oh, wow, I got that one right. It's one of the locations anyway. But have expanded and exploded in popularity and are now held several times a month in Tokyo, Osaka, and Nagoya. Oh, God, Nagoya. Oh, jeez. I had nothing with it. It's just every time I hear that name, every time I hear Nagoya, I instantly think of a Godzilla movie. And the name of it escapes me, but it just instantly takes me to the Godzilla franchise. Why? I don't know. So, like I said, back in February, a similar service, an Otaku marriage counseling firm, opened up at Akihabara. Why don't they have one there? So, the question then that was asked is, would you participate in an event like this where you live? Well, let's see. If I got to pay $71 for you to stick a whole bunch of women in a room that like anime and manga and video games, and I have to take a test to determine my otaku level. Now, I think I'll pass on this one. I mean, I know I'm desperate. I know I don't have a girlfriend. I know I really should look into one. I'm 28 years old. I'm single. I have no chance in hell of ever meeting a woman. Yeah, sure. What the hell? I'll go sign up for this. You have to take a test to determine my otaku level, okay? Have you ever heard of this one? No. I don't even know if I'd even be able to pass that. I'd probably fail the otaku test. That first off, that was a sad word that just came out of my mouth. I feel like I gotta rinse my mouth out with soap. I would fail an otaku test. Oh, God. So I'm just curious, because I don't know of a way to look this up. I mean, I could probably look it up online, but I don't really want to. No, you know what? Screw it. Let me see if I can. Let me keep talking. Let me see if I can look it up while it loads up. Maybe. Hopefully. Somewhat. Come on. Okay. Otaku. Alright, this should be interesting. Let me see if I can pull this up. Okay. New matchmaking. Okay, that was back in February of this year. This is what comes up if you Google search Otaku matchmaking test. You get new matchmaking service promises to weed out fake otaku. See Crunchyroll. Oh, here we go. 4 days ago, Otaku USA magazine. And that's where I got the article from. Like I said, I don't know whether or not I should feel insulted by that, or... Yeah, you know what? I should feel insulted by that. You have to take a test to determine your otaku level. I can see the point in that, because you don't want to be talking about a series that nobody's ever heard of, thinking that the person you're with is going to know it, when all they know is One Piece, Naruto, Bleach, and Dragon Ball. I can understand that. But there's a simple way without taking a test to determine that. I mean, that could be a jumping off point, too. I mean, they might only know those 4. That might be the broad of their horizon. And then you can broaden it even more by having them look at a totally different series. Like, here, let me show you a really weird series that nobody's ever heard of. Let me show you Berserk. Let me show you Death Note. Let me show you a world... Don't show them Death Note. But let me show you a world beyond Dragon Ball, Naruto, One Piece, and Bleach. Seriously. Like I said, I find that insulting. Yeah, definitely. I can find that insulting. But I still like the quote that Takeuchi was quoted saying that otaku don't really have a nice way to meet each other romantically, and I wanted to help. Chat rooms, blogs, YouTube channels, discussion sections on YouTube channels, dating sites specifically geared towards them. There are hundreds of those. What's that chat? There's a chat site somewhere that... Omegle, that's it, Omegle. Omegle, you can narrow it down by certain topics. I call BS on this. Okay, I got the thing. Okay, here we go. Still can't believe they actually charge you. Okay, well, apparently there is an official website, which is what I'm trying to find here. So what is the official website? Okay, let me try Otapa. Let me see what comes up when I Google search that. Alright, let's see what happens when I type in Otapa. See what happens when I Google search that. Okay. Okay, so that took me nowhere. Come on. Even typing in this stuff doesn't exactly give you an answer. Okay, here we go. There's an if you Google search Otaku matchmaking site. So first off, I can still call BS on his statement. Not counting the ads, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. Let me see here. Hold on. 5. Yeah, at least 5 that I can 100% guarantee is a site and not like an ad or an article that you can actually go on to find yourself an Otaku match. So, first off, bullshit. There's some all over the USA. I guarantee you there's some in Japan. I guarantee you there's some everywhere. So, yeah, no. But I'm still a little pissed off at the whole cost. You're charging 5,500 yen more for men than you are for women. That hurts, for starters. That's really insensitive of you. It honestly is. But anyway, would you go to an event like this? No. I mean, like I said, I would probably go, since of the fact that I'm kind of on the desperate end, but am I willing to piss out $71 to go to an event like this and I have to take a test to prove I'm an otaku to see what my level of otaku-ness is? At that point, I'll just become a closet otaku and be done with it. Just throw all my anime shit in a closet somewhere, lock it up, and pull it out when I want to watch it. That's when you, pull down the shades, you lock the door, you unplug the phone, you cut yourself off from the grid, and you watch an anime series. Ugh! Seriously, that just hurts so bad. So anyway, that's the Otaku matchmaking service. The matchmaking parties. Oh God. I don't see that panning out very well. I really don't. The Absolutely Completely Random Podcast is taking a very short break. I need to stretch and do a couple other things. I'll be right back. Alright. Years ago, before Twitter, before text messaging, before Facebook, before all the social media sites you've come to know today, there was a little thing called AIM, AOL Instant Messenger. And after 20 years, it is shutting itself down. So, it is a sad moment for AOL users as AIM, the long-running instant messenger service that was core to many people's first social experiences on the internet, is shutting down once and for all on December 15th. AOL announced the shutdown today, acknowledging that people now communicate in new ways online, so AIM is no longer needed. And it's a funny terminology there. Nickname, the acronym for it is AIM. It's AOL Instant Messenger. But I just kind of get it funny because if you're a Marvel fan, you're going to get the joke. AIM, Advanced Idea Mechanics. Anyway. Okay, let's see here. So, the Communications Products VP at Oath, the Verizon behemoth that consumed AOL, was quoted as saying, AIM tapped into new digital technologies and ignited a cultural shift, but the way in which we communicate with each other has profoundly changed. Well, no shit. It's time to say goodbye. It's time to set your final away message. AOL is going to cut off access to AIM from third-party chat clients back in March. Okay, so, all right, they cut off access to AIM from third-party chat clients back in March, hinting at this eventual shutdown. It's hard to imagine that many people are still using AIM, so that change nor its upcoming shutdown are likely to make a huge difference. Yeah, I'll admit that. I mean, I didn't do AOL. My uncle did AOL. I didn't do AOL. So, for a lot of people that did Instant Messenger, you know it's going to be sad. You know that everything's, it's going away. You're never going to be able to use it again. But then again, a lot of people nowadays tweet on Facebook, or tweet on Twitter. Yeah, I know. Wow. They tweet on Twitter. They message each other on Facebook. So, this is literally just a waste of space anymore. I will admit to that. But otherwise, I mean, this was a pinnacle of the time. I mean, this was pretty much like if all of a sudden DVDs would be going extinct. Like, the last and final DVD is ever going to get pressed today. How many people would just look at it and go, no. Because by then, we'll probably have the little, small data disc or the small card that comes in a plastic box that you have to pay almost $70 for. It contains every single episode ever made. All in one shot. Right protected so you can't even copy them. And if anybody out there is looking for a neat idea to do that, remember, I thought of it first. So, like I said, AIM was one of the first and most successful instant messengers widely used in the late 90s. And even throughout the 2000s. You're still using AIM to chat with your friends from college at the end of a decade, stay in touch with your not yet significant other while he or she were studying abroad or studying different places. AOL Instant Messenger was everywhere. But with the proliferation of smartphones, everything has changed. Text messaging has taken over for desktop instant messaging apps. And increasingly, we are seeing other social apps like Snapchat and Instagram take over for those in certain ways. For straight messaging, Facebook also makes things much easier. Since you're already connected to everyone you know, you can just start up a chat without exchanging arcane things like screen names. In fact, Facebook has multiple billion user messaging service at this point, Messenger and WhatsApp. Yeah, Facebook Messenger, that's a wonderful thing. I just go onto facebook.com and do it via the message system like I've done. Oh, sign up for Facebook Messenger. No. This, me just typing it in, me logging into my Facebook profile, that's all I need to do. Other classic chat apps have shut down in recent years, too. MSN Messenger shut down in 2014. Yahoo Messenger shut down last year, although they launched a new messaging service under the same name, though, but you get the gist. It was only a matter of time until, AIM joined them. But there's still some nostalgia in seeing it go. Like I said, it's pretty much, do you really want to complain that it's going? Is it you're upset that it's going? Or is it just one of those, I remember using that. It's really sad that it's going, but I remember using that. That's how, I could see that being sort of a, fond farewell, like sit around and explain to your grandkids. When I was your age, I talked to my friends with AOL Instant Messenger. And all of a sudden have them go, well, what's that? It was a really great instant messaging service way back in the day. Well, yeah, but now all we have to do is just think telepathically and we can connect to our friend's head. I know, but we didn't have that fancy stuff back when I was growing up. Just be glad your great grandparents aren't here. They tell you when movies only cost a nickel. But anyway, with AIM on its way out the door, now's your last chance to write that perfect away message. So, there you go. Like I said, I never used it personally, so I really have no dog in this fight, but I could see the sadness in it. I really can, because I've grown up and seen a lot of stuff that I used all the time growing up fade off and die. Handwriting letters. When my mom went to school, they taught you penmanship like they drilled that into your head day in, day out. I go to school, learn cursive handwriting. So long as you can at least jot your name down in cursive, congratulations. That's all you really need to know. And it honestly is. Because everything else nowadays is done online and it's done via computers. So yes, while we as a society are advancing, some of the stuff that we are losing in the background and in the dust, it is sad to see it go. I mean, don't get me wrong. My penmanship looks like a freaking doctor's. I will be honest with that. And it looked like that ever since I was in kindergarten. So it's not exactly I haven't really improved. That's my writing style. I chicken scratch. That's what it looks like. Honestly, it looks like chicken scratch. You can make it out, but it looks like chicken scratch. So, like I said, though, but I've seen a lot of stuff come and go. It's nostalgic to see it, and it's nostalgic to see it go, because then you feel the whole. I remember that. I remember seeing it. I remember using it. Like payphones, they were everywhere when I was growing up. Then they started phasing them out. Now you're lucky. I think there's like maybe 2 or 3 of them around where I live. And they're only there because, one, they're set up because of the area that it is, just in case, like, there's an incident and there might be, like, the cell networks are down or something. Whether or not they still work, I don't know. But otherwise, I mean, they've gone the way of the dodo bird. Because everybody's got a smartphone, everybody's got a cell phone, everybody's just got the newest piece of technology. So, yeah, it was inevitable that AIM was going to go, but still. I mean, it's sad that, it's going. But anyway, if you have AOL Instant Messenger yet, and you're still able to use it, send that final perfect goodbye message. Send it to AIM itself if you can. Because without, AOL Instant Messenger, I doubt highly that any of the stuff we have today and that we take for granted today would exist. And that's what nobody's going to understand. So if you get a chance, try to find a way and send it off with a fond farewell. Because, I mean, it's literally the ancestor of what you're using now, if you think about it. And that just really is sad to see it go after all this time. Alright, Takara Tomy. Oh, Tomies, I should say. Now, for those of you that don't know what that is, Tomy is a toy franchise. Well, good news. Their Shinka franchise is getting a TV anime series in 2018. Now, I saw the trailer for this morning. I have to admit, I'm on the fence about it. But then again, I'm on the fence about it for a reason, and that reason's my own. So, Takara Tomy announced on Saturday that its Shinka Lion toy franchise is getting a television anime adaptation that will premiere in 2018. The anime, titled Shinkasen Henki Robo Shinka Lion the Animation, will air on TBS and its affiliates. And I don't know what the TBS stands for in Japan. I really don't. I've yet to ever figure that out. The Shinka Lion robots are various models of real-life Japanese bullet trains, Shinkansen, that transform into robots to fight an unknown evil to protect the safety and peace of Japan. So you instantly know that if this gets dubbed here in the U.S., it's going to be an offbeat, probably you're only ever going to see it in your local video store or somebody selling it online. Because this was why, this main point here is why we don't have Tokuger here in the U.S. Because they said, and I quote in an article that I read, the American people are not going to understand trains. Nothing in Tokuger is going to make any sense to the Americans. Yet, to simply solve that, they could have said, in a distant world, another dimension. They could have easily horseshoed that and made it work. They just didn't want to adapt it, in my opinion. So, in the franchise's story, Hayasugi, his last name is a pun on the words for too fast, according to the article, the train-loving son of a train museum curator, oh god, accidentally stumbles into his dad's secret research lab one day. Inside, he finds the E5 bullet train. As soon as he enters, he hears an announcement that a mysterious enemy, the Bachigami, or Bee God, is attacking the city of New Saitama. New Saitama. Luckily, with the touch of his father's Shincha, or Evolve card, the bullet train he's in transforms into a mighty robot, the Shinka Lion E5 Hayabusa. Ugh. So it's basically, like I said, I have my own reservations against this. But it sort of seems like we're pulling Gridman, Kamen Rider, Sentai here. In the anime story, Hayato and other children will serve as conductors to pilot the Shinka Lion. The children must work together with the adults of the Shinkansen Ultra Evolution Institute to defeat a monster that looks like a jet black bullet train. So let's see here. We got elements of Digimon, elements of Kamen Rider, of the Super Sentai series, of Gridman. Do I smell anything else remotely Japanese here? God. The anime's website describes Hayato as an 11-year-old resident of Omiya. More than anything, he has a pure love for bullet trains. He loves to look at them and to ride them. His dream is to one day operate them. He has a strong sense of responsibility, and his creed is, anyone who loves bullet trains isn't a bad person. So we have a character that's dull as dirt. I like that. He has a pure love for bullet trains. He loves to look at them, he loves to ride them, and he dreams to one day operate them. Well, no shit. You could see that coming. That'd be great. Well, how was your day at work, honey? Oh, well, you know, I stopped 1,000 magical demons. How was your day? I drove a bullet train. Oh, that's sweet. God. That's a really great dream. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, everybody needs to have a dream, but seriously, you could... That was basically broadcasted a mile away what his dream probably is. Takara Tomy also revealed the deluxe Shinka Lion series DXS line of toys in the franchise on Saturday, starting with the E5 Hayabusa. Oh, God. It's just getting worse, I'm telling you. The franchise has also held events and has had magazine features. So, okay, we're getting a new mech anime, basically. I'm all for that. I'm all for a whole new mech-based anime. I'm all for transforming robots from everyday items and vehicles. I'm all for that. Bullet trains, fine. I can get behind it. The hell. The last bullet train I ever saw that transformed was literally in a Transformers series. Robots in Disguise. The RID ones. Fine. I can get behind this. What I can't get behind is the main character who's dull as dirt. A premise that sucks and proves physics wrong, that something can both suck and blow. And that's just what I can't get behind. I can't get behind that. Otherwise, okay, mech-based anime, transforming robots, I can get behind that. Can I get behind dull as dirt main character, stupid last name, and weird plot? No. Then again, that's not really my choice. I mean, it could be good. I don't know. All I've seen is the trailer, like I said. But whether or not it's going to be good, I don't know. So, it could be bad, it could be good, it could be great, it could suck. I don't know. Nobody will know until it comes out. And we just have to sit back and wait. So, look forward to that next year. Shinka Lion. Has a nice ring to it. Alrighty, and that's going to do it this week for the Absolutely Completely Random podcast. I'm tired. I'm going to finish off my cough drop enhanced Dr. Pepper, and I'm going to go to sleep. I am tired. Hopefully I'll feel better next week. I mean, I doubt I could feel worse. But anyway, if you have any topic ideas you'd like me to talk about, feel free to shoot them. Feel free to shoot me. To hit me. Alright, screw it. Feel free to hit me up with them here on either YouTube, in the discussion section of my channel. Tweet them to me at Otaku Roads on Twitter, or send them to acrpodcast@gmail.com. Shoot them my way if you want. That's the saying I was going for. Like I said, I'd like to thank all the great people out there. I'd like to thank Bandai Namco. Really hope that your I think it was called Digimon Links, I think is what the name of the game was that I saw in the upcoming. You can be one of the few previewers for this if you sign up on Google Play. I'd really like to see that come into a reality for tablets too. Right now it just says designed for phones. I'd really like that to be in for tablets too. I think that would be pretty cool for tablets. It looks pretty badass. I want in. I'd like to thank my great alliance on Marvel Contest of Champions. We won our first alliance war this week earlier, and we're starting our second one. It actually started a little while ago. I got to log in and see what we're up against. Hopefully we'll win. If not, I'll let everybody know next week what happens. But, yeah, there's that. So, all right, everybody. Like I said, that's going to do it this week. I'm Andrew Rhodes. This has been the Absolutely Completely Random Podcast. Have a wonderful day, a pleasant tomorrow, and just in case I don't see you ever again, like let's say the world comes to an end, have a good one. Until next time, bye-bye. This is Andrew Rhodes signing off. See yous.